country bumpkin shit I've ever heard.
The country bumpkin shit.
We're
That is
recording.
not-
It's on.
Okay.
Duh.
Okay.
But welcome back to another episode of Controlled Chaos. This time we have with us the man that's usually behind the keyboard, which is Kadeem. And then, I don't know how this happened, but Sydney's on here too. So that's all the introduction she's getting.
They lost Clay and Chandler, and I just decided to fill that little spot.
Yeah, plot twist, guys. Chandler's not back. We lied to you.
It's okay. I've got it covered.
I'm here as well.
This is so distracting being on here, but like watching the camera angles as well.
Why don't you? We should have gotten you like a clip for the top of your laptop to put your phone on.
This is Kadeem's first time on the podcast.
No, technically he made his
Yeah.
first voice appearance on what was the last published episode.
Yeah, talking
that's
about
awkward.
his famous dad
I
doctor.
haven't listened to that yet. Oh,
My quote unquote
So
famous dad
embarrassing.
doctor's terrible tattoo.
Yeah.
You want to revisit that?
No, we don't need to.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll
speaking of tattoos, we can criticize some of Sydney's over here.
criticize. I actually, this one you can criticize because I walked into a tree the other day and I scarred right over the tattoo.
I don't think any of your tattoos are bad. I just think it's interesting you chose a patchwork approach.
I like the patchwork. It's very, I saw a TikTok one time, and honestly, I think one of you sent it to me. Maybe not. And it was like Gen Z right now, and the dude had drawn on his arm just like a bunch of shapes, and somebody sent it to me. It was like, this is you. And sure enough,
That
it
sounds
is.
like something Ryan would send you.
Maybe
I don't
it
think that
wasn't
was
you.
me.
It's not me.
It doesn't sound familiar to me.
They all have like a little bit of meaning, but
'Cause I would say for us, like our age group, it's more of like the
What is this?
The weird
Our
fucking-
age group. What is that?
yeah,
bitch, you were 3 years away from me. Stop playing. I'm
Barely.
8 years away from her.
Call.
So our age group,
you're old. Is
it's
what
like
he's
more of the
saying.
geometric shapes and then the different
The
like
big
portraits.
pieces.
How
Yeah.
old are you again, Ryan?
I am 25 as
Oh,
of
shit.
like.
I thought you were older than me for
He's
some
better than
reason.
24. He's 25.
Because I'm 26. But I don't know why. I always feel like people are older than me for some reason. I always feel like a kid around
No,
other
I feel
people.
that as well.
Nah,
You know what I
with
mean?
your beard, there's no way in hell you feel like you're the youngest one.
I didn't say I felt like the youngest one, but I always feel like whenever I'm around a group of people, especially if I'm like the latest inductee
Mhm.
into the group, I always feel like I'm like the youngest one.
Well, I mean, it's funny because you're a year older than him, but you're the
Yeah.
same age as Chandler.
Mm-hmm.
And Chandler, you would think, is older than Clay at least, but Clay is the second oldest in our
Yeah.
group.
Yeah.
Sydney and Jacob are the baby of the
I was about
Chaos
to
family.
say, yeah. I am always and have always been the youngest of any group I've ever been in.
And to be fair, I didn't even know how old you were until you started like actually being around us more.
Yeah.
Should get Jacob on one time.
How old is Jacob again? 23? No.
What?
No.
No, he's
No.
he's my age. He's 20.
He is 20.
I was gonna say
he
Jacob
just
is
turned
still-
20.
We're the same class. We have a lot of the same friends. Yeah, the first time when Sean found out how old I was, he literally carded me. ID'd me.
I mean, we did the same to Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean,
Because he said he was 30.
He said
And I
he
was
was
like, there is
30.
no way.
I will never believe that man is 30. Also, the way he
Fun
uses
fact,
emojis.
He's actually older than 30 now.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Alan.
Alan's
Alan.
30?
Yeah.
No way.
No,
He's
above-
when he
he's
came
above
and-
30,
He
but
came
yes.
and signed
No
up,
way,
and he said he
dude.
was 30, and we were like, "Get us."
Did you
your
know
ID.
Alan before?
Nope. So, like, actually, me and Ryan met Alan and Johnny,
Yeah.
one of Alan's friends, at Chandler's Meet, April of 2021.
I thought it was March.
Either one.
It was like late March, early.
I just
April.
remember, like, he was sitting at a table and Alan's wearing, like, sunglasses or, like, the glasses he wears, and
Mm-hmm.
just acting all cool. Chandler's freaking out because things had not gone the greatest
Mm-hmm.
that day, but, like, we kind of interacted there, but it wasn't really meeting him until this place opened up.
Alan is so funny.
Alan is probably one of the most genuine people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
To address the elephant in the room for all the audio listeners, we are outside today.
This was Sean's idea.
Yeah, if you hear a lot of cars, we're doing it outdoors, changing it up. This is a
It feels
raw-
nice out here. Plus, it's better than hearing the same deadlifts or music in the background we have to take out.
Just a little bit of wee in the background.
Yeah, just a little bit of tire screeching.
Yeah.
A little bit of accident on courthouse.
It's gonna be
Welcome
great
to
for Kadeem to
Virginia.
have to edit
Yeah,
down, but
yeah. It's always something else.
Testing your skills. and keeping you up to par.
My skills have been tested way too much doing this.
Hey,
Honestly.
you've learned so many more things than you ever thought you could.
Yeah.
You now run the second best live stream in the
Oh.
country.
In the country.
That's a statement.
What's
Is
the
that a fact?
first best live stream in the country?
I'd say until we get to A1 digital level, where they're
Is
actually
that
following
who's
around.
running the nationals?
No,
Okay.
that's two
I was
highlights.
gonna
They're
say,
UK based.
That's really good, honestly.
say A1 digital.
Well, you're saying that-
Well, I
not good.
didn't watch it from the start, but just looking at it, just how the presentation, the nice
So,
graphics. I
A1
appreciate
digital.
it.
You'll see when we go to the American Pro. They're the
Uh-huh.
ones who walked around with the cameras. They actually went
Yeah.
to the warm up room and
like
have
follow
the transponders on the
lifters.
cameras.
Yeah, that's a nice setup.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's
Eventually.
something that like I would like us to have. Like we already talked a little bit about doing like a fan cam over the platform. Because again, like a lot of the emotion in meets comes from the audience, not just the lift. So when you're watching live streams, you just see the lift happen. You kind of can maybe hear the audio if Saber's music isn't drowning it out, but you don't really get the energy of everything. So like if we had like an instant replay camera where it's like you have a little like corner shot of the fan cam. I think a warm-up cam would
Basically.
also be cool too, or just like pointing into the warm-up room and you kind of get to see like the hustle and bustle, because like watching a
little bit.
warm-up room, it's like fucking ants at work.
What's funny is because like we're trying to make this so much better and more professional, and there's people who can barely run a live stream off their laptop just to show people lifts, even if it's just a front view. We're trying to get you different views, higher quality, more cameras, warm up, and
Proper
everything else.
cameras, because I'm gonna reveal the truth for everyone who hasn't been in the
A
gym.
peek behind the curtains.
So we actually run all of these cameras. They're actually phones.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I think the best part is after
And it
the,
looks so ghetto
Yeah.
in person, but you know, fake it till you make it, right?
Say
like-
Saber questions you every time you
Dude,
set this up.
Saber
but our
doesn't
stream is
like.
better.
Wait, you run the YouTube live streams off your phone?
Mhm. Literally how we're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
2-3 phones connected to OBS as live cameras. It
Um,
works. If you
I
don't
think the
have,
beauty of it is though is like after the WRPF meet in July, like Sean got the call from one of the guys up top and was like, "Oh, like we want your help like down the line with stuff. Like your live stream looked great, like everything ran well."
I'd
It's
have
like,
a panic attack bringing this
it's
phone
like-
setup to
well,
another
that's
place.
the thing is like obviously we would upgrade by then, but that's
Which
the
we
thing.
do have an upgrade coming for this next meet.
Fucking guys and lifted
Dude.
trucks with heavy exhaust.
So
Like, shut
again,
up.
what's crazy is this happened earlier with someone passing by with music. This guy didn't even pull into the parking lot. He saw the headphones and then revved his fucking engine.
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even hear him come into the parking lot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you saw him just turn the corner, looked at us.
they just
fuck,
want
what
their
was I
little
saying
5
now?
seconds.
I don't even remember now. Fuck
Upgrades,
that guy.
people. Upgrades.
We were talking about the
Um,
cameras and the,
Oh yeah, but it's like it's crazy because people will look at the phone cameras and they're like, "Wow, that looks like such shit." But then we've had people do side by side comparisons with like our live streams versus Saber's, and they've said how ours is clearer because you know while he is using a camera that has a sticker on the side that says 4K, it's not pumping out that direct feed. It's
Being
like
compressed
720.
heavily.
It's super.
yeah, I don't know what
compressed.
it is about that camera. Like
Yeah.
it technically outputs 4K, but like I think the sensor quality and
Yeah.
like because it's some like Amazon fucking no name camera, which
it's
is like, you know, it's fine, it gets the job done, but
The worst part about I think when we actually start using cameras, I bet people don't even notice.
no, because even ours, like we're running at 1080p,
Yeah.
quote unquote, but like, you know, the compression through OBS through YouTube, and by the end it gets to your TV, it's like, you know, mushy shit if you actually look up close to it.
I was gonna say, but like in the grand scheme of things, it actually presents really well, even if you're not 2 inches away from the screen.
I mean, yeah, when I'm at home and I do film review, like on the weekend, it's like I just sit there and watch it on my TV,
Yeah.
normal, just through the Xbox.
Yeah, I usually like after every meet, I'll go home and like
Yeah.
skim through it on the TV just to see, you know, how well it turned out. Because it's hard to see while I'm broadcasting on the computer, like how well it actually looks. Because like on OBS, the preview is like this big on the screen.
Yeah.
It's like tiny, so I can't really tell what's going on. Which is why sometimes I'll bring in my ultra wide monitor, but like that's overkill.
Yeah.
Same with like what we're doing right now with the live stream, like the podcast. I'll watch it at home. I'll watch it on these screens at home.
Yeah,
on
you'll
my
be just
iPad.
watching it out loud in the gym.
Yeah,
You have
People
to
be
get
like,
their views
it's
up
like-
somehow.
yeah.
I mean, no, I don't think it counts that way. I think it only.
Do you watch it like?
Finish the sentence. You can do it.
She was bouncing off the walls before we started, and now she has nothing to say.
Ryan told me to calm my ass down.
When do you ever listen to what he has to say?
He was going to take away my privilege. I was very excited.
You were on crack before we started.
Well, I was excited and I think I asked Sean one time if I could be on the podcast as a guest, and he said no.
Yeah, but now they're desperate.
Yeah, this is the last resort.
Down 2 guys.
We are scraping the barrel, ladies and gentlemen.
We're down Clay as well. I feel like that's the most important one.
Clay's
He's always got some shit to say.
Yeah. He adds a little
See,
bit
Clay
of character.
is like a loose cannon where you don't really know what he's going to do. And he can be very professional and then out of nowhere just flip it like a fucking switch.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, where did that come from?
Yeah. And now we got airplanes too now.
Fuck, I forgot we're by an airport too.
Dude.
It adds character.
Sorry for all the listeners at home or in the car. It's going to sound like ass.
This is going to be a rough one.
It's no different than like listening to a song and hear sirens in it and you
honestly,
like, whip your head around.
If y'all listened
over.
to the Pinnacle Health and Performance episode and y'all didn't understand how loud those deadlifts sounded from the guy in the back, this is nothing. Because that was so distracting in the moment that I just kind of turned and looked.
No, but you have no idea how much processing I had to put through that one just to get it to sound okay.
But he was like metal plates with the thick track bar just dropping.
Yeah. And he's also like
is he a grunter?
He's Adam, right? He's actually like very quiet.
Adam speaks.
Yeah, he's a very quiet speaker, like very,
he's
calm.
so poised.
Yeah.
He doesn't match like his appearance.
Yeah. Whereas like someone like Travis, like comes through very clear. He's like speaking into the mic, he's projecting. So like that wasn't a tough one. But yeah, no, the Pinnacle one was a pretty tough one audio wise.
I think Travis is too. You could hear deadlifts in the background.
Like I said, it adds character. You are a gym podcast.
Fair enough.
There is only a certain level of professionalism we can get to.
Yeah.
I mean,
podcasts
truly.
are supposed to be like fun and
it's raw. It's
Yeah. You're just spitting off.
This is the stuff that we usually
Spitting off at the mouth.
are talking about anyway. It's just now we put a mic in front of ourselves.
Yeah. You turn casual conversation into something that's what are you laughing?
Every time a car goes by, Kadeem just stares.
It's so deceptive.
The 2 tech guys are just like,
yeah, I'm like
that guy.
He's gonna have an aneurysm.
I'm watching the mirror, like the windows in front of me, like reflections and shit, and it seems like that was a quiet car.
Right. That's why I keep like looking, because it's really deceptive how well it comes through the mics. Whereas like other things that are loud in person don't come through at all.
Yeah. This doesn't add up.
So kind of go off subject from cars and audio and all of that. Sydney, how has bodybuilding been since you go to a powerlifting gym primarily?
So sometimes I feel like a little bit of a like imposter syndrome. I just come in, I do my little accessories, and I'm at the point now where I'm obviously not like lifting a lot of weight. I'm not throwing around crazy weights. Not that I was ever in the first place, but going from like pre-prep to going into prep, I feel like I was just kind of going through the motions, and now I'm like actually working towards something, and I want to work harder, but the energy is not, it's seeping away from me. But seeing people come in and lift heavy weight, it does make me miss like actually lifting, doing compound movements, because in my plan I don't have any except for like the 1 day of squats, but that's it. I'm fidgeting. It's like Ryan.
Nervous.
I'm just like a hands talker.
I mean, that's fine.
I mean, that is fine.
You're the one talking, so if you want to talk with your hand, that's fine. It's just don't be on the side of the screen. Because right now,
I can hear
if you were talking, it's going to go to me. But so like, how long is a prep for bodybuilding? Powerlifting is usually about 12 weeks, and then the real bread and butter is 6 weeks out.
I feel like I didn't even answer the first question, but my prep has been, and I kind of jumped into it. My coach texted me and asked me, he was like, you want to do the show in November? And it was July. It was like the 3rd or 4th. He was like, if you want to do it, we got to do it right now. And I was like, huh? And then I said yes. And then we started prep like immediately right then and there. And that was July 4th. So what is that, like 10 weeks, 11 weeks ago? So my prep has been around 20 weeks. Some people do it longer. you have that like gradual decline in calories and stuff like that. And then you have people who do like the short preps. So drastic cuts in calories, drastic changes. I personally like that 20 some weeks, the gradualness, but also this is my first prep, so I don't know really any different than doing that.
I'd say those 20 plus weeks sounds like you're going to do like 2 competitions a year, if that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be like a serial, I think that's what they like people say, like serial competitor. I think I'm going to do this show in November and give it some time, because I don't want to come back looking like the same. And I'm so young, my muscles they don't have as much like density, even though I'm competing in the same like class as other people. I want to give my muscles time to recover from what I'm doing, give my body time to recover from what I'm doing, and come back with a like completely different package. Because I do see myself doing it again. I really have been enjoying it. It's just making me a little crazy.
I mean, when you're on a serious cut and your calories go down to, what is you're now at 1200?
1256.
And you're doing
12:56.
cycle bar.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So run through your schedule real fast. What this
Okay.
1200 calories entails in a day in the life of Sydney.
Okay, so a day in the life of me, I work a handful of jobs because I'm a poor.
You're just a poor.
I'm just a poor young woman.
A victim of Klarna. That's what you
Yeah.
are.
I don't want to talk about it. That was a low point. That was a horrible week. Oh my God. So I work at this place called Cycle Bar. It's an indoor boutique fitness studio, basically a room full of bikes. It's a cycle studio. So you have your instructor and the people that take the classes. So it's like that online stuff. It's like that online stuff, you know, on the Peloton, but it's in person. So I'm in the process right now of becoming an instructor, and they make you go through this boot camp type situation. You break up the 45-minute class into little parts. So the first 3, next 3 songs, next 3 songs, next 3 songs. And then at the end, you do your final like video. I've been having a seriously difficult time doing that. I don't know if it's like the lack in calories, but it's extremely hard for no reason. So that's one. I'm also like a lead desk person. So shift starts at 5 in the morning. I'm an early bird most days of my life. So I get up, go there. I'm there till like 12. There's two classes in the morning. I leave, and then I'll either go home, let the dog out, come here. There's a few things I could meander around in that midday time slot. I also work at our hospital. I don't know if I want to disclose
You don't have to.
that information in the interwebs, but
As a young white woman, you shouldn't do that.
yeah, I work in a
I
hospital.
mean, a young woman of any color.
That too.
I'm a physical
Cancel. Fuck.
I'm a physical
We're
therapist.
bleeping that out.
Yeah, we'll cut that part. We'll cut that.
A blank
Actually, cut
woman.
that part.
Yeah,
Keeping
yeah.
it
All
in.
right,
I need everyone to
and-
know what kind of point Ryan's at.
And go.
Nope, we're gonna keep it in.
And go now.
Nope, we're not cutting it.
And we're back.
I'm gonna pour your pre-workout. Stop clapping.
I know it's so
You're messing up her brain.
No, it's so we can sync up the video and the audio. You don't
No, we're
understand.
not cutting this.
You just don't get it.
He's making his Kadeem's job easier.
Oh Lord, this is what we have to deal with.
And we're back.
And we're not back.
And I also am a physical therapy tech. I was in nursing school. I took the semester off because I'm looking to go to a different program. I had a real bad experience in the spring. Made me want to quit, but I don't see myself doing really much other than nursing. I'm just taking the time off now to kind of do what I want to do, get through this prep without being so mentally, I can only take so much until I will actually be non-functional. So I thought that school was just something I could put on the back burner for now, because nursing programs are so easily accessible and they go by real fast, and I'm not in any rush. So that physical little therapy tech job, I'll be there. I start there at 5 a.m. too. So both jobs got me up, going early in the morning. And then that's why, and then I casual mid-20s jobs, babysit, house sit. Those are a little on the side hustles, because again, I am very poor. I have to pay to be here. So Anywho, yeah, and then what? Gym 6 days of the week, cardio 7 days of the week, doing 60 minutes of cardio every day, every single day. Eating 3 meals, get 2 snacks.
Calling those meals.
They are still. They are still meals.
We're gonna put a picture of what she calls a meal over this video.
It's like 6 grams of rice and
Yeah.
a sliver of chicken.
It's like the salad from SpongeBob. It's just like a tomato and a piece of lettuce.
That's how I feel. I got these
Like
new
her
meal
friends,
prep.
It's like Penny, use tissue, chip. That's her meal.
Here's your salad.
Yeah,
You just lick the penny, get the one chip, wipe
and
your
then
mouth.
use the tissue to cry.
It's been, I don't know. Last week was harder than this week. Just regular people stuff. Some weeks are harder than others. This week has felt great, probably because I've started taking a numerous amount of supplements. Sean and Ryan were looking into those. I'm gonna sound horrible, but I really didn't look into those at all. My coach told me to buy these, so I did.
She's basically on a non-stim, stim in the way of caffeine, pre-workouts, fat burners, nighttime supplements.
That is also fire. I
There's-
actually drank that I actually drank it last night because the first time I tasted it and it was horrible.
I mean, it's just basically magnesium.
It was disgusting. It tasted horrible.
And then you passed out.
But then,
didn't you?
oh my God, I had the best sleep ever.
Yeah, but 3 of her things have basically like estrogen boosting chemicals in it. So
I feel great this week.
things that like her
Exactly.
body
I'm
kind
alive.
of stopped
Yeah, it's probably what
producing
you
at this
need when you're
point.
eating like 1 gram of fat
Yeah.
a day.
let's say, yeah, I mean, like that is the biggest thing. Even with powerlifting, people don't understand. Like we were explaining a gut cut with Jade.
Yep.
That the manipulation of those macros, if you don't do it correctly, you can end up causing irritable bowels. You can end up causing a serious amount of fatigue, and then with fat, your hormones could swing out of control. Which with women, you can end up gaining like 10 pounds in 2 days if you end up messing that up. With guys, it's more of like your intensity lowers, so you just get like a little bit of a limp dick and less aggressive. If you fuck up that fat level too much.
Yeah, but that's like
Just a
you're
regular
ruining your-
Tuesday.
yeah, honestly.
You guys.
I was just making it. Enough to take it seriously.
We're never intense enough.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Never.
I never feel intense enough. Maybe I need to give Adam a call.
I mean, honestly, I made jokes too until I checked, and all of a sudden my shit's, lower than a preteen before he even hits puberty. So
I was listening to that and I was just laughing.
I get
That's
retested
horrible.
tomorrow morning. So
How long have you been on it?
so it's 7-week cycle.
The hell?
Yo, Ryan Corso is the biggest dickhead I've ever met.
Yeah, he's just doing that on purpose now.
Yeah.
The fuck is he doing?
Look at Nick back there.
Oh, that was Nick's alarm?
No. It wasn't? No.
Oh.
What's he
It
doing
is.
to the car?
You know what?
I do that to my friends.
Ryan
I do that to my
Corso,
friends'
you don't
cars
know this
all the
right now,
time.
but
I
your
would
membership just
kill
went up.
you if you did that to my car.
Dude, I love it. You go out, you like lift them up, and then your friend comes out, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And then you just gotta put it all
Nah,
back.
man, you know what the best impractical joke when it comes to cars? Slash their tires.
Cut their brake lines.
Cue their car.
Honestly, you know what's something that we used to do that used to take a little bit of time though? Saran wrap.
Yeah.
That sounds like prank week in high school.
So we did sticky notes once, and that
love
was
these
fun
things
and all,
myself.
but it was so fucking tedious.
Sticky notes are tedious. We
How long
as
do
a
these things
class
go for?
decided not to
Yeah.
use the liquid chalk.
Okay. Word. I was talking about how I have to pee.
I mean, if you want to excuse
You
yourself,
need to keep yourself hydrated. You just hold
Yeah,
that.
feel
Yeah.
free.
I
You
can't-
can just get
dude.
up. We're not forcing you.
Well,
This is a
yeah,
very
but I don't want to
raw,
miss like a
natural-
moment.
Piss happens.
Piss happens.
yeah. I
have a problem with that,
Sean leaned
actually.
out of camera, technically.
Huh?
I think he like leaned out of camera when he did that. He was like,
Yeah, I need to watch this back and see if we got him.
I don't think so.
That's fine. It doesn't need to be in camera. You can almost
What's that guy's name? John Quinones. Where he's like, "What would you do?"
This is a TikTok
She's
person.
crashing right now. You're
No,
watching
wait,
it.
hold on. I was
You
thinking.
remember
of
when I was
something-
like, what do you mean, like people in our age group? And now I'm like, no, yep, you're right. People in our age group.
you don't
Who?
you don't know that guy? He like sets people up and it's like
Today, Junior, come
We're
on.
waiting for you to cue us in on the joke that you're laughing
Why do I
at
feel like
right
you're about
now.
to start crying?
Ladies and gentlemen, other than your hormones going out of whack, this is kind of what happens. It's a little bit of absence.
I
in
have
this.
0 brain cells.
It's completely harmless, but it's adorable.
It's really
just how
funny.
flustered she gets at this point.
Wait, John, you've never seen that where they like, he sets people up. So say you're like in a restaurant and these people are being like, for instance, they do a lot of like racist jokes where it's like,
Oh, those are the best jokes.
but they like, they have 2 actors. They have
What?
2 actors participating in this. They're both in on it. They're being like horrible people. And then they see what do-gooders or like normal human beings do like in response. So it's
So, you know, back in my day, we used to have Ashton Kutcher hide in a trailer.
No, I know what you're talking about. It's like,
yeah,
no,
and
yeah,
then they
yeah.
butt in and they're like, "Excuse me,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
wrong."
Yeah.
And then they
And
pop
then, like,
out with
give
the
them,
whole
like, 10
team.
grand.
Yeah, they pop out with the whole team.
Why do you think I'm nice to all of the
And-
checkout people whenever I go to the grocery store and somebody's being rude? I'm like, oh, I'll
no.
handle
And they
it.
pop out and they're
Everyone,
like,
I want you to
"This
know
is
that
John.
Ryan lies like shit. Ryan's the biggest kin you'll ever meet. The biggest
I'm
what?
just Ken.
Instead
I
of
still
Ken.
haven't seen
Anywhere
Barbie.
else I'd
No,
be
it's like
is
Ken as in
Ken."
like the counterpart to Karen.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that's
No.
not what I was thinking.
You literally just complained about the gift card lady yesterday at Walmart.
The gift card lady?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
The one that was helping you swipe the card.
I didn't complain
Dude,
about
told you,
her.
you
bad.
said, yeah, you
I'm
did.
gonna
You were
have to
like,
remove myself.
Sonny, you're doing this wrong. And then she proceeded to swipe the card. And you're like, yeah, lady, I know what I'm doing.
No, I complained that the gift card wasn't working
Oh my
because
God.
Walmart gave me a bum ass gift card, and then she helped me, and I was like, I was mad because she was like, "Oh, you don't know how to swipe the card," and I'm like, "Okay, I kind of
Do I have
do,"
to turn these off?
but then like she was like, "Oh, it actually doesn't work," and she tried swiping it. And I was
Thank
like,
God.
but then she helped me, and I was like, "Thank you so much for taking the time to do this because I'm not trying to pull out my other card when I have a gift card right here." Yeah, I was like, I didn't complain about her. I was just like, "Ma'am, do you really,
there's been
do you
several
really think I'm a
instances.
25-year-old who doesn't know how to swipe a card?" What are we doing? You're doing like
Are you pretending to be Sydney right now?
Yeah.
Are we
I
still
was like-
recording?
Yeah, we are.
Fantastic. Good. So, I still think I never am rude to someone in the food service industry, per se, right? Just common courtesy
se.
of like, usually they're always the ones who are working the hardest, get paid the less, and usually it's not their fucking fault. They're just bringing the food to you 99% of the time. Now, cashiers, depends because they're the ones directly I'm handing an item to for you to ring up. And if you give me some sass or some
No.
attitude about some shit, you might get it. But
Nah.
now, there are some instances where I might flip the switch.
I mean, have you ever worked in a grocery store?
No, I didn't have jobs like that.
I'm so sorry. You're so above being a
The
grocery store
privilege
attendant.
right now.
No,
so
I was
like-
not allowed to work in high school and in college. When did we have time as college athletes to work?
Damn, bro. Sorry you got paid to go to school and play
Yeah,
sports.
damn.
Yeah, that was your... Yeah, no,
Ooh.
I worked in a grocery store in college.
But not for real. Like, if my job was under threat of a fucking computer self-checkout, like, I'd be pissed.
The only time I was rude to somebody
I'm feeling it now because ChatGPT is like,
was...
Does that benefit you more than it hurts?
I feel so
I feel
much
like it
better.
hurts, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, kind of derailing the subject right now, but my day job, I'm a programmer. I do like VR stuff, so I use a game engine called Unity. A lot of games are made. in it.
the Unity...
Unity just released an official like ChatGPT plugin thing where you just
Yeah.
tell it to make something for you and it does it. And I mean, I have like serious imposter syndrome at my work just because I'm not the best programmer, and I'm working with like ex-Microsoft guys, and like you think those guys, you know, they're seasoned. They like program the programming language. And then I see them like, yeah, this ChatGPT stuff is great. I just got it to write this whole thing for me. And I'm like, dude,
My mom loves ChatGPT.
like that
Yeah.
shit
She
terrifies
uses them. She uses it to make Facebook posts. Like,
That's adorable. That's
Dude.
not what it's made for.
Wait.
me. Hold on.
Like normal Facebook posts or like for her job?
like no.
Like she does marketing.
Like my brother's going into the Navy, and he leaves for boot camp soon.
And she's like, ChatGPT, give me a letter that won't put him on a watch list when I send this to, like, this package to
And
him.
so she put he hasn't left yet, and she's coping with the fact that he's leaving. And she posted a Facebook post, and it was like something, you know, sentimental and about like I don't know, about love and leaving. And then at the end she puts like Chat GPT, so she quotes what it says and then she puts it as the caption. Like,
Oh, so she's
do
quoting.
you hear that?
Who's doing that?
National Dog Day. She used ChatGPT to make a quote about how beloved our new puppy is, and she put it on Facebook.
So that's so unsentimental that she can't even make her own post about
Sometimes
how
you're
beloved
just
your dog
tired.
is.
No, my favorite part is the fact that she
She
cites,
quotes it.
She cites
She
it.
cites her sources.
Chat
You know what?
GPT circa last week.
Anyways, not to take away from you, but I thought that was
No,
Your
funny.
job's under threat, but my mom loves it for Facebook.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
writes posts.
She
overnight with it.
writes nice posts with Chat GPT.
Is that what you think I sound like?
No, it's just like the image I have in my head of like an old Southern mom using Facebook boomer posting.
I
But,
love my mom. It's so cute.
But yeah, no, Chat GPT is scary. It scares me.
Yeah.
It's definitely more qualified than I am.
It's people like you who made it to do it.
I was gonna
Shit,
say.
I didn't vote for this shit.
So check this out. He says like he's not intelligent. He VR'd a house that he was going to buy, and then took himself to be able to put his own furniture in it before he bought it, so it would fit the house.
I love his verbiage with that you VR'd, and it's like, oh, you.
No, I didn't. That's his verbiage, but
I know, but it was like, no,
He
like you made a
VR'd.
model of your home,
Yeah.
and then went into it in VR, and it's like, that's where I'm like, I love Sean because he is like low key a boomer sometimes. Where he's like, oh, he did the VRs where he
got the
made his
VRs.
house with the VRs.
You got
He's,
no.
he's not amused by your commentary.
We're just teasing you, man. But
It's okay.
no, that was
Teasing.
fun. That was fun.
We're
No, it's
teasing you, buddy.
It ended up not really working because I did that during like peak COVID supply chain. So none of the furniture I wanted, I got.
So weak.
So I just had to like.
So like you ordered all this stuff and it was like 3 inches off, and you're like, none of it fucking fits.
Pretty much, yeah. Like I ordered a bunch of furniture and then got models that like fit the scale, and then everything was like, oh, it's on back order until like 2040. So I just like had to panic
Yeah.
buy everything that's in my house right now. But yeah, ChatGPT is scary and I don't like it. And self-checkout machines, I feel like
Yeah.
are like a live personification
So-
of that.
I think you should always be
Wait.
nice to people in grocery
Wait,
stores.
how did
and
you
stuff.
get there?
We were talking about him being rude to cashiers.
I'm sorry, I had to take
So Sean said,
potty
I'm,
break.
I'm like a Ken. He's like, oh, you were rude
Right,
to a
I got
cashier
that
lady
part.
yesterday. I
No,
was like,
no,
I
I
didn't
never
do
said
that.
you were rude. I said you complained.
Yeah.
Same
No,
shit.
I said I was
Yeah.
upset
No,
that
being
she
rude and
asked
complaining
that
are
I
completely
didn't,
different.
like if I
Yeah.
didn't know how to swipe a card, and I'm like,
You know
To
how
be
Ryan
fair-
is.
Yeah,
Ryan gets
yeah,
sassy
yeah,
because
yeah.
he's from up north.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I was like, no, like if you want to try
I don't know.
it.
I think you're nicer.
Anywho.
I think you're nicer in your head, and then things
No.
come out like the way things come out sassy that you think are really like nice and poised in your head, and then
Oh no, she was like, are you sure you're swiping it right? And I was like, I think so. I was like, and I did it again, and she's watching me, and she's like, no, flip it the other way. So I flip it the other way and I do it, and she's like, let me try. And then she tries it both ways.
I'm
and it
around
doesn't work.
Ryan so much I can just feel that when she's swiping the card, he's like, "You stupid."
No,
bitch."
I'm literally standing there.
I
I'm
know
just
how to
like-
swipe
he's like
a card.
tapping his
Literally,
foot.
I'm just holding the bag, and I'm like, I really have
Hands
to get
on
to
his
work
hips.
because I got
Exactly. You see, he's
No, because I had
wasting my
Jose.
time
and
now.
I
Like
had
you're doing
Jose,
right
and
now.
I'm like waiting, and I like had to get deodorant.
I gotta fidget.
But no, I think you should always be nice to people in grocery stores because, like, again, I've worked in them. People are fucking crazy rude no matter what department you're in. But I hate self
That's what I'm
checkout.
saying.
It's
how do you
weird.
be rude to someone who's stocking
Wait,
the
why do you?
shelves?
I love.
So I love self
self-checkout.
checkout because
Self
like
checkout is crazy.
so
easy.
it's like I love it because I don't have to interact with people.
I like
But then I
interaction.
hate it because it's like, hey, why am I doing Walmart's job? Like,
Yeah.
y'all have 15 aisles
And
for
one
cashiers,
open
and one's open
all the time.
But it's like, man,
There's a reasoning for that too.
I guess that is
I forgot what-
bothersome.
There's actually like logic behind it.
but it's
the
like
same
you're
thing as,
not
like, aisle
paying
marketing.
somebody to do the cashier job now.
No, you
and
pay
I'm-
someone to turn on the various ones.
But that's my thing is like,
And monitor.
but you're
the
not
people
getting
that go
any
through
money
them.
off for basically doing this job of what they would pay somebody. So that's why it's like anytime you deal with a
No,
cashier.
and it's like you're making my shopping experience worse, and the machine also barks at you.
I think
Like you're
Yeah.
asking me to
I-
asking me to do someone
I-
else's job, but you're also
Yeah.
chastising me. Like,
Please put your phone number in.
You know,
What? If
please-
you have a store card, enter the number now.
unexpected item in the
Yeah.
shopping area.
Help is on the
basically-
way.
And it says it so loud. It's like
Me, me, me.
like You know, I don't like it.
No, I
And
think
it's
only
like
the-
flashing
I think
red
only
back
the
at you. It
cardio.
doesn't let you do anything else until help is on the way. But the lady at like that's monitoring is like on their phone, not watching
Yeah.
at all. So you're sitting there tapping your foot with your hands on your hips, waiting for somebody to come help you so you can check out your groceries.
Nah, just the card reading thing that like tells you like take out your card, take out your card. That or the when you scan an item, it tells you your price. I automatically will mute it because please stop telling me I just bought this item
Yeah.
for $3.50.
That shit
It's
is
already in my
weird.
fucking cart. Just let me buy
I
it.
hate going to Kroger. I like buy a majority of my groceries from Kroger, and it'll be like, please remove bagging area from your. Please remove item from
And
bagging
all you do
area.
is shift the bag like
Yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
over and it stops.
Skip bagging. Skip bagging. Please remove item from bagging area. Every single time you put something in there, after you've scanned it, you take
That's
it out.
what I'm saying. It's
I
like
prefer Costco and stuff where it's just I go through a normal line.
I
See,
don't
but
go
that's the
there.
thing with Costco.
You gotta
it's
pay for that.
They have self-checkout lanes, but they still got people working it and like
Well, yeah,
actually
usually they
paying
scan your
attention.
card in
Yeah.
line. They scan it
Yeah.
at the register. They're scanning any items that are the bulk deal that you can't use as a member unless they scan it. So it's like I must just go to a real line,
You know
which
what?
me and Ryan usually do anyway.
I don't know. I
You're talking
personally
about me being sassy. You wouldn't fucking make it 1 second up north. I just
No,
know
y'all
that.
are rude as fuck.
You're soft.
It's called Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
We are nice and
Yeah.
cultured
I'm-
down
I'm
here.
with him on that
'cause
one.
Honestly, it's the craziest thing is like down south, there's like Southern hospitality, but it's so fake. Where it's like,
It's not.
no, there's a lot of times
Well,
where people are
sometimes
like,
it's
I just,
nice.
no, there are times where people are just being nice, but there's like, there's some fake shit under that where
it's
it's
called
like,
being polite.
Yeah, what?
I feel like this is the
Such a
this is
foreign
the-
concept.
He's
Yeah,
trying
this
to
northern
disguise
Yankee such as
hostage
yourself.
situation. I don't believe that they're actually this nice.
Attitude.
Fuck those people, man.
That is
Man.
like there was a lady, a Celsius ambassador that came into the cycle bar yesterday, and not yesterday, Tuesday, and she was like putting stickers up and shit and giving us like samples, and she was like, oh yeah, like because I was asking her questions, and she was like real open. It took her approximately 3 seconds to tell us that she was dating an older man and living with her parents, and this is how she got this job. Anyways, she comes in and she's like talking, and we were like, oh, like how much do you do? Like what does your job entail? I was very intrigued. I was about to pick up the job like right there on the spot. But she does the whole like Northeast, goes all the way up to Maine. So from like Richmond to Maine. And she was like talking about how, because we were like, there were people coming in for the class too. So we were like, hey, good morning. How are you doing? And like, you know all these people because you see them all the time because they ride all the time. And she was like, oh my God, you guys are so nice. I love coming down here. The people in this area are so nice. I hate going up north.
That happens here at the gym. People will come visit and be like, wow, you guys are actually so nice. You talked to me, you said hello, you said goodbye. And it's like, where I'm from, which is could be New York, could be anywhere in the Pennsylvania area, it could be,
Look at
you
Brian.
know, Michigan or whatever. They're just like, yeah, no, they get kind of a cold stare.
Yeah, he was like, she was like, they're
You know
so
it's
mean.
true.
They're so
Nah,
mean up
it's just
You
there.
know it's
honest.
true.
It's just listen,
Honest.
Honest.
Yeah, no, there's a level of like
He's trying to disguise his attitude.
Yeah.
no, so there is politeness, and then there is like going out of your way and being fake, where like when motherfuckers don't really care about the job they're doing, and it's like, I think in terms of like cycle bar and here where we're like, hey, how you doing?
So where
Welcome
would
back.
they fake it? Name a job. Because if you say a grocery store or a gas station,
Like, are you
they
saying
have
like,
to make it through the day, so they gotta be
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
to you.
Like-
I'd rather be nice at a gas station to someone who's
No,
pumping
but
You
gas.
mean like if
So
you're
that's like-
passing somebody on the street
but
and they
so
just
that's
like
what I'm saying
randomly
is,
say
like-
hello?
Nah.
You mean how we wave to people when we drive?
I think he's just annoyed that he grew up somewhere that wasn't nice. Shit.
I mean, they did smoke in the bathrooms, as I always like to point out.
Fucking annoying. I fucking hate y'all.
Anywho.
I don't know. I just feel like sometimes people use the Southern hospitality as a disguise where it's like, it's not always truly Southern hospitality. And sometimes, a lot of people will get annoyed in their job, whether it's you're serving or whatever. And it's like blanketed where it's just fake. We're up north. Nobody's going to cover that shit up. They're not going to be fake with you. Like if you're being
So
a
you'd
dick
rather
to them.
than be dicks back.
So
to
here's my thing. If you're down south and you see somebody being rude to a waiter's going to be like nice back. Oh,
and that's an issue.
They're trying to make a tip.
They're trying to keep their
working
job.
for their money.
They're trying to make it through the week.
Do you see what I'm talking about? This
You would not make it in the service industry.
But that's my
if
thing.
you're just gonna like
I've been in the service industry.
up north where you can say fuck you and leave.
yeah,
But that's my thing, though, is like, you don't have to be fake nice
That's
to people.
horrible.
that
To be
sounds
fake
miserable.
nice to people? It
No,
sounds
being-
miserable
no,
to be
being-
fake nice to
being
people.
fake No, what you're
no.
describing is someone trying to just do their job.
No,
Yeah,
man.
what?
You can
I don't know if you're gonna get a
you know
point
you can call
across.
someone
to
you can call someone an asshole
3v1
or
here.
Listen, our
on your own time.
Whoa!
Whoa!
our Germany viewers are going to agree with me. I know that.
But if you're doing your job and it's like that's just
$100.
good discipline to like.
No, I get that, but it's just like, I don't know.
I'd much rather be fake nice to somebody that's pissing
Like,
me off.
you know,
than, like,
there's some bitches that come into Cycle Bar that you don't like, and you just got to put on your little
I
manager
personally-
face.
enjoy the people I see on a daily basis. All you gotta do is say hi.
I mean, even at AmFam, dog,
All you gotta do is say,
even neck brace.
hey,
I would stomp him
bye.
out in the parking lot if he said something wrong
Neck
to me.
brace, bro. I was like,
But like, hey, it's still what's up? How you doing today, sir?
Yeah.
yeah, man.
It's just for
Southern.
like 5. So you don't have to over. There's a difference between like Southern hospitality and then actually being fake. Like I feel like
The
it's
voice
not
change
fake.
too. The voice changes when there's like
Yeah.
when they're being fake. There's a voice change and like a
Yeah.
whole
Like,
switch.
It's also not.
It's like code switching.
I really don't
almost.
feel like it's fake until like you prolong it.
Yeah.
You're really just being nice and like hospitable when you're like, hey, hello, how you doing? Okay, bye.
Yeah, no,
have a great
that's
day.
fine.
When you're continuing to like if you have somebody that you don't like coming to your job, you're obviously not going to be like, oh my gosh, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in here in so long. What have you been up to? Like, it's not going to be like that. Like, that's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. You know what?
Let us know in the comments down
How
below.
much how much of that have you experienced?
I would
How
say,
much
what
of
has been
that?
your worst experience being down here? To make you think
so
that it's
my
fake.
absolute worst experience, I was driving home from work one day, and speed limit was like 35. I'm behind this. It's an older gentleman. I can tell, just like I can see in like through his window that he's older, and he's doing like 25. And
You're
they're
behind him or he's
I'm
behind you?
him.
Okay.
And I am basically riding on my brakes. There are cars behind me.
You
like
really are from
7
Philly.
No, but so here's the thing. It's 35, one lane. I'm
Yeah.
slamming on the brakes. People behind me are on my ass. Like, if I step on the brakes, I'm getting rear-ended.
Yeah.
Finally, it opens up to 2 lanes, so I get over. I had to get over anyway.
Did you look at him? Did you give him a look?
Well, so here's the thing. I
you
get
did.
over. This man hits a little skirt where he kind of like tries to come over into my lane, no turn signal, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm going to look at you because I'm like, hey, man, it's whatever. You're going slow. You're old. And he's flipping me off. And now I'm like, all right, I'm about to run you off the fucking road.
All right.
Oh my God. Holy cow.
It's like you're back home. He's probably from your
Nah,
neighborhood,
dude.
So
Because here's the thing. Back home, we're not going 25 and a fucking 35.
I guarantee you there probably is people that do that. Because you know who the
No,
worst
back
drivers
home
are
they
to
go
me?
50 and a
Pennsylvania
35.
drivers.
Yeah.
No.
Pennsylvania, New York, North Carolina, and Florida, the top 4
You
worst
skipped
fucking
New
drivers.
Jersey.
I hate
Maryland.
being on the
You
road
never
with
see those
people from
license
Florida.
plates.
You
Florida tags
always see
can
those
eat
license-
ass.
Have you ever driven through Baltimore?
Oh
No.
my
Yes.
God.
It's like fucking Mad Max Fury Road. I've been on the fucking BWI and I'm going up. And there has been motherfuckers driving in the shoulder, making that shit a 4-lane
Yeah.
highway.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like how DC is. So if you're driving through DC,
God, I
like
hate
that one
DC.
interchange that's like you're
Okay.
coming off of 3
No, I
lanes
know what
and
it,
you hit
no,
that 6 lanes.
I know what interchange you're talking about. It is not that
No.
bad.
No,
It
I'm
just be
saying
like
that.
Oh my god. No.
That is bad for people
But-
who are used to our roads.
No,
So,
like Baltimore.
yeah,
I
it's
watched.
horrible.
I witnessed someone die driving through Baltimore. I witnessed.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, literally. I witnessed someone literally get rammed off the shoulder and into a barrier and burst into flames.
Holy shit.
Going to
That describes Baltimore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just average
That
day in
does.
Baltimore.
I got a lot of friends from Baltimore, but no, they are the worst drivers.
Going back to your story, like I purposely never say or do anything to anyone I physically know is older. Like if I can see you,
No, but
I can
so
see your
that's my
vehicle.
thing, though.
Because ever since Ashland's grandpa, who's like well into his 70s, kind of like Art, he told me that he doesn't go to Charlotte, North Carolina anymore because of people driving like that, and it terrifies him. And I'm like,
so
So that's my thing.
I want
It's
you to
like-
be able to drive too,
That
sir.
is
If I have to
so
drive
sad.
slow,
I get
I'll
that.
drive slow with you.
But at the end of the day, it's rush hour. It's a 1-lane road. You were going 10 under.
Like literally,
And, like,
where
here's
else are
my
you
thing.
going? You're all
It's
going in the
not
same
like,
direction.
Like I'm basically riding on my brakes where there is enough distance between me and him that like if he slams on his brakes, I can stop or avoid him. But like when I then get over,
You give him a
you're
look,
like
though.
persecuting. Like I'm not the only guy speeding around you. Like everybody else is speeding around you. I looked at you because I see you tried fucking coming over into my lane as I got over. No turn signal. I know you're not turning right up here, bitch. So it's like,
I actually just did this, so I can't even say anything.
hey
I was-
man,
Oh my god, I forgot
like
about that.
that was probably one of the worst experiences.
If you're young, I probably will say or look at you wild, but like
I get
older people,
scared now.
I give the benefit to more times than not.
Let's see, what other bad experiences have I had?
Can't think of any.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Man-
It's almost like it's nice.
This man had
here.
cold food at Cracker Barrel one
No,
time.
I
He's
love
like, I
it.
hate Southern hospitality
No,
down
I
here.
love it down here. I really do. But sometimes I feel like people use that Southern hospitality and they aren't genuine with it. And they're just kind of like, again, like if you're having a bad day, bro.
Man,
you don't
when we
gotta-
go to your wedding, I know I'm gonna be pissed off that whole week because motherfuckers are gonna start talking sideways to me. I'm gonna get into like 3 fights. I'm gonna show up to the wedding fucking beat
Oh
up
my
because
gosh.
Yeah.
there's three or four people that just like, yeah, have a nice day, bitch, and I'm like, it's go time. It's gotta go.
Yeah. Why do you
Dead.
think I'm always on go?
This
I
is
am not
so
your
true.
medicine.
No. I have
This is
told
so-
you that I am just always ready for some shit to pop off. And
No,
it's
because
just-
you really are. You always have the most backhanded thing to say. It's always loaded up in your brain. You're
No.
ready. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I could say,
so what
hello,
I
good
think-
morning, Ryan, and he say,
I think that's out of like, I think it's like a defensive
How
mechanism.
about Rachel? Rachel will walk in with the purple scrubs, and you're like, "What up, Grimace?" And it's like, God damn.
no,
bro,
that's
like,
funny. That's
So
funny.
the day she
It is
came
funny,
in, the day I
but it
called her
is
Grimace,
still.
she walked in, she said something, and I was like, "Fuck's up, Grimace."
Yeah,
You-
like that. How quick you are just
but
to
that's
turn
the thing.
aggressive
I
with
think
it.
that's like a defensive adaptation I had to like learn growing
Yeah,
up.
But you were
because
not in
we're-
that environment, prisoner. Like,
because
relax.
I don't
grew
know.
up
It's hard
somewhere
to change a
that was
mindset once
horrible.
you've got it.
This man's been on the
I'd
prison yard for
rather
30
have-
years, came out to society, and it's like,
Like just
What'd you say to
today,
me?
Just
just today, when I was, I'm sitting here, I'm so excited, right? I'm like, he's gonna let me on the podcast.
Because I'm like, chill, save it for the podcast.
I'm just jumping around, having a grand old time, thinking about what I'm about to say. He shut the fuck up. Sit down and shut the fuck up before we take you out of here.
that's Ryan saying it nicely too.
Before we-
He'll lean
we-
out the door, smile at you, say, "Shut the fuck up," or else you're not on the episode.
Sit down or you're gone. We're putting your mic away.
I don't
You
think
know
I
what I
said
did?
sit down.
I
or you're
sat
gone.
my ass down.
That would have been a good thing to say. I wish I said sit down or you're gone.
And it's things like this like every day. And unless
Nah.
but he does do a good job like reading people's emotions and like
Okay.
I will give you that one.
Ryan is a softie.
Yeah.
He comes off hard.
Yeah.
It's that
He's
the
got a
exterior.
You got a
but
nice yeah.
I mean,
You
is
gotta
marshmallow on the
have a
inside.
chip on your shoulder a little bit.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
But at the end of the
walking up
day-
here is windy.
I do care about everybody. I hope everybody's having great days and stuff. But I think it's just, again, it's like a defensive adaptation I've learned from like in school. It's like, you know what? Everybody's out to roast you for every little thing you do.
That's just
So you
cool.
just have to be quick with it to fire back, because at the end of the day, if somebody roasts you and you don't have something to say back, you're done.
Yeah,
And then for
I
the
just
rest of
take
the-
it.
No,
And
you
move
fire
on.
back.
Sometimes,
No,
but
you
then you
fire
fire
back.
back harder and it hurts my feelings.
Yeah, Sydney is a
So-
little bit more emotional.
And I know it's like nothing to get me like emotional over, but sometimes I'm just like, okay, that fucking pissed me off. Now I'm done.
Yeah,
done
and then
talking to
when
you.
I see that I am, then like, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, we found the line. We won't go there.
Like,
Philly
again.
line
the-
has come in.
The Pillsbury Doughboy, that gets me.
You want to explain that one?
No, I do not.
Okay, but you had said something that caused you.
that one was so unnecessary. I showed Nick a photo that
No, you didn't show him the photo. You showed him the screenshots.
I showed him the photo. I said, you know what's
Of the
really funny?
tweets.
This
Yeah.
photo that Sean sent me of Ryan that we found on his Twitter. Pull it
Yeah.
over. Show it.
No.
Okay, Pillsbury Doughboy.
You-
All right, enough. You
What does
won.
that even mean?
You won.
No, we're not going to elaborate.
We're not
on
going
that.
there. You know exactly what it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's save that.
Yeah,
But
that's for
no,
the
That will
Yeah.
never.
Again, it's
there
it's
are
out
many
of
things that
I'm
know
getting
people.
better.
This is the one that's not rude to cashiers, though.
I'm not.
No, he just gets upset when cashiers aren't rude to him.
How dare you be nice to me?
What the fuck
Stop
is your
being
problem?
so fake, old lady.
But I will say, no matter what, it sounds like we're shitting on him, but it's funny as fuck because Ryan is one of the people that will drop everything and do whatever it needs to do for a person.
Yes.
Like, for instance, when someone touches our safe behind the counter, he will drop everything he's doing and be here within 5 minutes
Yeah.
to help me lock down this building. Or
Yeah.
he's like, man, yeah, we
Has
have to
that
figure
happened?
out. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can we get into that?
Like I said, I am a great.
Can
like,
we get into
not-
that?
I am great
Not
to have
particular.
in your
There-
corner.
there's
You
Yeah,
don't have to name any names. I'm
No.
just curious.
I think I
when someone
remember
has-
seeing that video of
Statute
you guys
limitations
coming
have
in.
not expired.
Yeah, no, like don't name the person, but like what happened?
Oh, just someone
Came in.
got a little too friendly.
Uh-huh.
They
Yeah.
went behind our desk.
Uh-huh.
Subsequently, other people went behind our desk. Our safe got moved / touched,
Uh-huh.
which set off a little trigger in my brain to
Uh-huh.
then sound the alarm to, hey, we need to call the police and show up here. It just so happened that, along with me and Ryan, 9 other cop cars were present to help us resolve the situation
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
occurred.
And we're like right next to a cop hangout.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
That's basically
one.
what happened was
But
that they
again,
were all
sitting the other
bored
day when
and
I
they
came
all
in.
rushed here as if it was going to be a big scene.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And instead, I just passed out membership cards.
I am like
Did you get any new customers?
No.
I am like a guard dog in a sense where it's like if I don't know you, fuck off.
You remind me of a small dog.
A small dog.
You know that dog that he always brings in, Cody? That's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are the embodiment of your
It is
child.
funny
But
because
just put like pointy your fangs.
I would say
a little Philly
no
charm.
because
Higher.
unfortunately he doesn't have like that harder exterior where like he isn't approachable.
When he puts the Philly jersey on, it is.
But on the dog,
Almost like a
he
chihuahua.
doesn't have one.
You put a Philly jersey on him like last week.
No,
You
it
took
was a
picture of him.
hat.
You put a shirt on him too.
No,
It looked like it.
no, it was
Bandana.
a beanie. No, but like if I'm on your side, no matter how close we are, if you say some shit, I got your back. Which I think is a good quality to have.
Yeah. I always say that I never want to get on your bad side.
I don't think you ever have.
No, I don't think.
I think you and I get along very well.
I just say like in general.
Surprisingly,
like,
after all we've said, it's pretty fucking hard to get on Ryan's bad side. Like
Like-
you have to really
Yeah,
fuck.
like-
Same
no,
with
yeah.
me. Like you
Dude,
have to really fuck up.
the
in
way
order to get on our
Ryan,
bad
the way
side.
Ryan gets about like people that have pissed him off or he doesn't particularly like,
Yeah.
it's like I do not want to ever be
So
in
I
that
guess-
position.
I guess that's a better way to elaborate it, where it's like Southern hospitality, I guess, where it's like if I don't like somebody, I'm not gonna beat around the bush and be nice to you.
This
I
is so
don't mess
funny.
with you.
This is making me think about the time that like I first came in here and you were behind the desk, and you were just like have just like a Southern hospitality thing where you were just like, hey, how are you doing? How
No,
can I help you?
I will. That's the thing is like again, like I will do that.
And then more and more layers started peeling
I'm
back,
just-
and I was like, man, I hate this man.
I'm just curious, Ryan.
This man is rude.
That's fair.
I'm
It took
just
me a long
curious,
time to
Ryan,
figure it
who
out.
exactly like hurt you in that way that made you feel that people use the Southern hospitality thing to fake being nice.
It's
when they
the
don't
old
like
man in
you.
the car.
No, because I don't know. Like I feel like of all the Southerners I've ever met, when you piss them off, like they're like,
Family.
what do you mean?
I have a lot of family from the South, like
Okay.
Virginia, West Virginia, stuff like that.
Then that's probably just a
farther south.
family thing, Family's always two-faced.
Yeah, so I think
Family's
that's where
always
that comes
two-faced.
from. Little
Shit,
family
man.
trauma.
In the Middle East, they're all fucking two-faced. I don't think it's a Southern hospitality thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, families.
I think it just
Yeah,
comes from
right.
them being from the South and stuff.
Oh, maybe. Maybe it's just the twang that.
Stop making that face.
Maybe it's just the Kings.
You have
'Cause-
like 3 or 4 eyelashes.
Be aggressive like
Yeah.
you.
Make a wish.
So it's weird you say that
None of
because
them are.
we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into the family stuff.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah, we don't
Let's,
got
let's
to.
put Clay out there. Like Clay is Virginia bred and born, different side of the state from me.
See,
His
but I think-
family, you see his mom walk in and she's just, oh baby, how are you doing?
She's
So
so sweet.
nice,
but
so
that's my
She's so
sweet.
sweet.
I don't think Clay is anything like what you would assume is Southern hospitality. I think Clay
Yeah, he
is
is.
similar.
Yes, he very much is.
Yeah.
Clay walks in and he damn near hugs you.
No, but I'm saying in the sense of like Clay's personality, I feel we were very similar in the sense of like we're gonna fucking clown you on whatever.
Yeah, that's
we're
because
just
he's
gonna
your boy.
because we're just gonna be real with people.
Yeah.
Like
he clowns you after you're friends with him, but like he's
Yeah.
like the
That's
utmost
fair.
It's like a very
that's fair.
funny
Yeah.
family member up until he's like, oh, now I can joke with you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
I'm on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first time I came in here and he was taking photos of me.
Yeah.
He was so nice, so
Super
encouraging.
professional, got your photos pretty quick.
He
They were
sent them right
perfectly
to my
edited.
phone.
Yeah.
And then I started coming around more and what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you look like that? Did you sleep last night? Why do you look
so
like that?
tired?
I could hear you all the way out from the parking lot.
Sydney's here.
Yeah.
Time to put in my earplugs.
Yeah.
She's gonna cackle
What do you
for an
want?
hour.
Yeah. And all of the above and more, etc.
I think that's more of the Southern embodiment of this Clay.
Yeah.
Like peeling back the layers of that sense is
When you're
him
on a
to
personal,
where you're at
yeah.
on a first name basis.
Give me another year.
Yeah.
We'll warm
How long
up.
have you
I'll
been here
fuck
now?
I was about to say.
Saying
Almost
how many more years you need.
3 years now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got to marinate a little more.
One more
Yeah,
year.
I was gonna
and
say,
you're
give me some
set.
time.
Maybe like
You'll get there. You'll get
the
there.
day it happens to everybody, you'll know.
Yeah.
How long have you been here, Kadeem?
About 4.5.
How do you like the U.S. versus, Doha?
I like it a lot more. That's why I'm here. I mean, there's definitely things that I miss about, the Middle East or Australia, but I mean, ultimately, it's just like a lot more relaxed here. You have a lot less to worry about, I feel. I mean, even with everything that's going on, like I wouldn't leave, honestly. Like, sure, money's better in the Middle East, or I don't know, public transportation's better everywhere else, but
Facts.
like, life's just relaxed over here.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, we're
going to
literally
be relaxed in Australia. Hell no.
Podcasting outside
Yeah.
at
Oh,
3:18
dude,
on a
you
Thursday.
could not do this in the Middle East. People
Couldn't
give
do
you
it in
looks.
Australia either.
I mean, yeah, it's just because the weather's so hostile for
Yeah.
them.
Both places, yeah.
and the animals and
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, the reason he's referencing Australia is because that is actually where Kadeem went to college.
Went to college, yeah.
Yeah.
And then lived a couple more years after that, and then couldn't get a job, so I came here.
Wow, that's real cool.
You can't make it in the world, come to America.
Come to America, they'll make something out of you.
Amen.
The land of opportunity, kind of.
You live an American dream.
But no, I mean, I really like it here, Virginia especially. Like, especially in more recent years, I've been traveling around the states and seeing other places. Like, I went to Oregon, I went to Wisconsin, I went to other places in the South, and I still prefer Virginia.
Virginia's so nice because it's so versatile.
Yeah.
The
You could go
climate,
2 hours.
the terrain.
It is
You're
2 hours to
from,
the mountains,
Yeah.
2 hours to the beach.
Yeah.
2 hours from like major metro.
You're
You
2
You
hours
get
from the
every
actual capital of the
season.
entire
Yeah.
United
Yeah.
States.
You get every season.
No.
wouldn't think it living in Richmond or anywhere else. Like, you wouldn't think that you're literally in the capital of the country,
Yeah.
but you
We
are.
started this shit. Didn't
Yeah,
we?
I mean,
Isn't that
honestly,
the right history?
being a military family, like I've traveled a bunch of the
No.
states,
No.
and
Wait, was Virginia not the first colony?
no, it was. Don't listen to Ryan. He's from the
It
north.
was, but
Okay.
like
I didn't think
politically
you-
speaking, as a country, I feel like the North has got
Yeah.
more going on.
Anywho, what you were saying?
So the first, but no,
Yeah,
like,
okay,
traveling
that's what I was
states,
getting at.
I didn't like the West Coast as much traveling wise. Like it's cool to visit, but
It's like all of
do not want
like
to
3
live.
states on the West Coast.
No, like I went to like New Mexico, the Four Corners, towards that way. Midwest is the Midwest, like dang, ain't really shit
to do.
there.
Yeah.
I fucking despise Florida, to be honest.
Ah,
Like it's just
wow.
so humid.
Florida is
The-
a bit miserable, honestly.
Yeah.
I love Florida.
Insects, the animals, the hurricanes, the
you
crazy
ever lived in
Florida
Florida?
man.
I've lived in the same house for all of my
Yeah,
years of
exactly.
life,
That's why you like Florida.
but I do enjoy.
So you enjoy it because it's a vacation spot.
Yeah.
not
Well, I
because
guess
it's
so,
actually
but I've
a
never
place to live.
lived anywhere. I enjoy Virginia, but I don't like winter or fall at all. Never have, never will.
So that's why I like Virginia. Because
Yeah.
you have all 4 seasons technically.
Technically, yes. I
Like,
don't
spring
enjoy
is
that.
very hit or miss.
So I would agree with that, but I would feel like winter doesn't feel like winter to me.
Depends on the year.
So winter, yeah, it can
Yeah.
be a 2-month snowstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Winter could also be days like this, with tomorrow being fucking 15 degrees.
Yeah.
I enjoy that because I don't particularly like rain. I don't always like to have snow on Christmas and towards that time of the year is cool. I like fall a lot because it's a good temperate climate. Summer, it's nice that I can actually go to a beach, that it's sunny, and it actually feels like it's summer.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
the southern states, like the Gulf Shores, perfect beaches because they're white sands. Temperature is a little bit hotter, but it's a drier-ish heat. And honestly, there's less population down there versus going to a beach in Florida, going out into the Arizona part.
Ugh.
Alaska was pretty dope, to be honest.
I've always wanted to go to Alaska.
Yeah.
During the 6 months of light, it's pretty dope. You can still see the Aurora Borealis. We took like the little, I guess they look like tanks, honestly. But you take it out into the wilderness because you can't take like a car. And of course with moose and bear, it's protecting you from that. But like you can go to certain points, see the Aurora, you can go catch your real salmon and take it to the restaurant and they'll cook it for you. Like it's just really peaceful.
Yeah.
But when it's dark, it's dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Alaska was a lot of fun. I think overseas is where I want to go next.
So you've never left the
Italy.
country? Not even like Canada, Mexico?
No, my siblings were deployed to England and Germany. I was going to go there, but then I decided to play college football, so that took up my next 4 years.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
Didn't have the
Where would
opportunity.
you like to go first?
Italy.
Italy? Yeah.
Rula,
don't
your
wanna go.
sister, really enjoyed it, and I love the food. I love the culture. I would like that kind of climate as well.
about that?
I'm looking at Ryan's face.
I've heard
He's
some-
judging.
As of late, I've heard some not so great things about Italy.
Oh yeah, the Italian hospitality is fake.
Yeah.
No, there's no. Can we?
I don't know. I
can we
actually.
cut this? I've heard that Italy is like hella racist.
Oh no, they,
Oh, yeah,
they
dude,
hate
all
black
of Europe
people.
is.
Just
All of
no,
Europe is.
No, but like not just that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
every-
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're
Yeah,
not
no,
Italian-
if you're not
They're
Italian, they don't
racist
like
to
you.
each other.
I never got the whole like Italians versus the Irish like up north stuff. I didn't understand it because again,
Interesting
No.
considering
Can
you're
we
that
cut
Philly.
this? He says.
It's not a late.
well, because I'm not trying to
That's not the worst
slander
thing to say
Italy.
on this podcast.
No, I'm just not trying to slander
You know,
Italy.
even
if
his
you-
sister
Hey,
was
is it-
like,
if
they
this is
don't,
getting cut, I
they don't
can't even
particularly
edit.
like you.
This
But
whole
if you're
thing's
there
getting
spending money, they like
Okay,
you.
okay, I just
You just
like-
don't move there.
I've just seen a lot on
put
TikTok
the
recently
finger.
where it's like
Okay, that's
a
also
guy.
TikTok.
No, but it's like people like literally in Italy talking about like, oh man, I've had really bad experiences with like racism since I've been here. Like I thought
Yeah.
racism was bad over in the States. No,
That's
and
what I tell a lot of
So that's
people.
why I was like, when I heard you say that, I was like, are you sure, man? Like,
Yeah.
I can send you some of the things I've been seeing. But
He made a
like,
stank face for show.
it's like, have you
It's
ever
just
seen
curated
where like
TikToks.
fucking
This man gets his information from TikTok.
Yeah. All this is irrelevant, invalid.
yeah. fair. But, like,
I
If his
had a-
sister went over there and had a good time with her husband, like,
But, like,
I've
sure we're
heard the
straight.
Italians are better hospitality-isters than than.
Please keep
That's
that in.
a
We're
crazy
back
word.
in.
Yeah.
Italians
Yeah, we're
have
back
great
in.
hospitality isters.
yeah.
Well, one of the cycle bar ladies, she just came back from Italy. She was there for like 2 weeks. She said they were a lot better than the people in Spain.
Oh, Spain is bad.
I've heard Spain's
I've
bad,
been
but I
to
heard
Spain.
France is
It's-
worse.
France is worse, but they're like going through shit.
No. Like
France
just
is
in
going
general, like
through
I heard
shit,
that
yeah.
they actually don't like tourism.
Oh no, yeah,
Per
no,
se.
they're
So, like, they
totally,
really don't like
totally
tourists.
hostile to tourists. But at the same time, that's kind of like what makes their tourist spots so attractive, where it's like this basically untouched village that still like looks like it's from the 1600s, but they don't like you going there.
I'd like to go to Germany too.
Yeah,
Just for like the culture.
but
there as well.
no, Spain is pretty rough. Like, it's like you go to like the very touristy areas, like the beautiful buildings in Barcelona, but like
Vineyards
actually
and
like
everything else,
like
yeah.
the place as a people, they're not like hostile. They won't like be like get out of here, but like they're rude as default, and like for a fact, every single one of them speaks English, but they'll refuse to do it.
Yeah, that's
They'll
what
be
I
like,
heard
agua,
too.
agua. I'm like, sure, water, please.
And then you have to pay for it.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Screw
don't
them.
get free water
Yeah.
there.
It's not a basic human right, apparently.
Apparently,
No,
according
it's
to
not. I love seeing.
according to Nestle, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, the United States actually like 2 months ago voted that food was
Yeah.
not a human right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So like we can't really talk.
yeah.
But
Where else would you guys want to like go? I mean, you've
Greece.
been outside the U.S., but like, so that is a good spot too, because it's the same kind of
It's
like
like at the
Italy,
top
where
of my
it's,
list.
it's good culture, good food, good beaches.
good history.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty. That's literally like about in the beach, in the water.
Oh, that's all.
If you say some silly shit like Jamaica,
No. Well, I mean, I think Jacob.
I would like to go to
think
Jamaica.
I've
would
heard
be-
that is also
So
going
That
down.
just sounds so white touristy.
No,
like,
I
want to go to Jamaica.
Well,
We're gonna
We're
go.
going to Jamaica.
I'm gonna go
wanna
to
go to
Jamaica and
Cuba.
I'm gonna wear my
I will say,
Hawaiian
I do
button
have a
up.
friend
I wanna go
who
to
goes to Jamaica every year.
Cancun.
I want to go to Jamaica because they have a
Please.
crazy mountain bike festival over there, which you wouldn't think, but they do.
Yeah, that's actually really surprising.
Yeah, it's like mad crazy, like party, just huge festival.
Ooh, speaking of party, I would love to go to Ibiza. And
I feel like
just,
there's nothing but drugs in Ibiza.
Yeah,
I mean, I
that's
wouldn't.
a very
It's
white.
It's like
thing to say.
nightlife,
Yeah.
nightlife. Eat all the time.
What was that sound supposed to be?
Drugs. That's
Ear.
drugs. Where do you want to go, Philly man?
Probably next. No.
Fuck up.
Mexico
Seriously?
City.
I would probably say like my top picks would be Japan
Interesting.
or
Motherfucking nerd.
let me finish. Let me finish.
That's why I would have said going them in real life.
Yeah.
Let me finish. There or Australia.
Australia.
Those are
I
the two.
recommend Australia as a
Yeah.
I recommend it.
I the next time I
never gone,
travel,
but yeah.
I want to go somewhere
It's-
on the other side.
exaggerated. It's
I can't with
exaggerated.
spiders, dog. I see one. I'm
Is that
leaving
where-
country.
New Zealand is.
It's close.
I love that you covered it, but we could still hear.
Yeah, we can
Or,
hear you.
or Ireland. Ireland would be a cool one.
New
I
Zealand
mean,
is
like
an
I said,
island.
sister.
I would love to go there
Ireland.
just to listen to
She
people
knows the
talk.
weather wasn't actually bad.
I'm
She said
not
just food is very
really.
bland.
I just
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I feel like I keep saying things we have to cut out, so I'm just not gonna say things.
That's a wrap. And you just cut back in, and it's gonna be all over the place. This is gonna be like
That's why we're not gonna cut anything. We're gonna
Bada bing.
We're keeping everything.
Yeah.
Little 1, 2, 1, 2, 3
except
McGee.
for the part about Italy, we're good.
Where
No,
you're
there's
actually
some-
cutting the part about Italy?
Just that interaction.
Well,
Okay.
just because it was like a very, I guess we'll cut this
Racist.
too. Well, I guess we now have to cut this.
Now we're back in. So, like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna cut this off here. But what we're gonna do to finish off is right now, if you could recommend one movie or show,
Oh fuck.
since the summer is ending and people are getting back to the work life, you have some stuff to watch. What is one movie or show someone should watch right now and why? Starting with Kadeem, we'll work our way around the table.
It's a toughie. I go through phases. One movie I've rewatched lately that I really like, Lords of Dogtown.
That is a
Dog?
classic.
DOG
You've
Town?
never
Yeah.
seen Lords of Dogtown?
No.
That's skateboarding.
It's like a movie about like
I'm gonna
this
look
group of
so
kids
stupid.
that invented modern skateboarding essentially, and Heath Ledger's in it, and he's really really good in it.
Okay. I'm gonna
He
add
just
that
plays
to my
like
watch
a
list.
California stoner, and it's interesting because you see like a lot of the things that he put in the Joker character he lifted from his role in that movie, so it's like just kind of interesting to watch.
Yeah, no, I love that movie. What do you got, Pet Brain? What TV show or movie have you seen that people need to watch?
I usually just watch TV and movies for like background noise. So like if I'm eating like a meal or just sitting down, I can't
iPad
focus on one thing at a time. So I need like a little background noise. So I really don't watch them intently for like the plot or like for it to be good. I just watch it for like either comic relief or just like
To silence the
a
voices in
second-
your head.
Yes, precisely.
So what's something you throw on?
So, something that's currently in rotation that I've seen all the way through now a few times is BoJack Horseman.
That's actually a really interesting. I would have never picked that as something you would watch.
There's something
That's a Kadeem show for sure.
so comforting about that show. I definitely watch it when I'm like more like going through it, I guess. Like,
That show makes me depressed.
yeah, like when I feel
It's too much for me.
when I feel horrible, I'll put it on because I can like, I don't know, put myself in BoJack's shoes.
You're like, oh, at least I'm not in his shoes.
I guess so. I don't know. It's just like comfort because it's a cartoon, but it has all this like
It's so heavy.
dark humor and dark topics that they like
Yeah.
make funny, and it's just like relaxing to watch. I don't know what it is for me, but I love that one. That one or The Office is just like constantly something that's in rotation.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to say that. BoJack Horseman.
I love that show.
That was a left field one. I feel like I could recommend a lot, actually. I think the go-to is always what? Snowfall. That's a good one.
That's a Clay show.
Yeah,
Clay would watch the Snowfall.
Nick ad-libbing
I feel
in the
like
back.
I just want to like rattle off a bunch. Like Atlanta's a good one.
Yeah, I can't really ever pick just one.
The
But
little guilty pleasure show that I've been telling you to watch. It's like a game show. It's called Claim to Fame, where like, they bring in like relatives of celebrities in basically like this Survivor-esque game where you have to figure out who the other contestants are related to.
Interesting.
It's actually kind of fun, especially when like you see, if you watch the first season, there's like a blatantly obvious contestant's relative in it, but just watching the way that like clues get dropped and you kind of figure it out, that's a good recommendation for that I would suggest.
Okay.
There's 2 seasons out now, so it's solid.
I'll throw a guilty pleasure that should be out in left field. This is me, but it's Too Hot to Handle.
Yes.
Honestly, to
Immediately
me,
agree.
I will sometimes just watch it as in like I'm trying to judge as wow, these are people that were chosen to be super hot,
They
super
are
sexy,
too hot to
who are
handle.
not allowed to have any type of sexual relations, which is kissing, hugging.
Touching,
above.
self
So like
gratification.
I will look at it just like, wow, I can't believe they picked these people. Or
I
I'll be
do
like,
that
wow,
too.
that person is
You
attractive, but only in a small way. It's not as attractive.
It's
as I would
like
think
they're
it is.
attractive for their region. So like the UK
Yes.
girls that come in and like
Always the same.
oh my
type.
god, they all look the same. There's never any variety. Like all of the like
All their
they try to diversify. It's very
always the same.
similar. It's these
The American girls are always just thick bottom country girls, or
There is
super Miami, just fake breast and like huge lips.
that has to be
I
some
love
conscious
They basically-
decision
that.
made by
It's
the
social
producers.
media wise. They basically
Yeah.
you as an influencer
Uh-huh.
apply. They pick you out of the
Oh, okay.
lineup until it's a different show. They put
Yeah.
you in that show. It's like, yeah, this is beach tour. All you're doing is partying and doing whatever.
Well, see,
Yeah.
but that makes
Then they'll
sense.
switch
Because then
and
the
be
only
like-
the only people that would apply for something like that are the people that look like
But they're
that.
picking
Yeah.
basically the
They're-
most attractive
Or is that the
ones.
point?
that are
Yeah,
very
they're picking
yeah,
attractive
yeah.
ones that are horny.
It's called Too Hot to Handle.
Okay.
So
But
they're
That's
picking
a
people-
guilty pleasure I can throw
Yeah.
on. I'll watch the whole
Yeah.
season.
That was when quarantine hit. I was watching that. I was watching like Love Is Blind. It's like the one
I
where they
couldn't
put-
I couldn't get into those ones.
Did
It's
you
only
see?
this one.
Did you see that they're suing them?
Yep.
Isn't that crazy? I love stuff like that. Selling Sunset.
Yes.
Also, I just eat that stuff up. Will I ever buy a $300 million house in Beverly Hills? No, I'm not.
I love real
Not with that
stuff.
attitude.
But when it comes to movies, I just watched a pretty old Johnny Depp movie called The Ninth Gate.
Never seen it.
It's basically he's a rare book collector for billionaires and millionaires, and it just so happens that there's only 3 books of this one satanic,
Okay.
Bible type thing. And basically he's on a hunt to find all 3 copies. Along the way, there's a lot of supernatural things that happen to Johnny Depp. Basically comes face to face with different satanic cults and other things. And it was kind of like, wow, I can't believe this was actually made into a movie because it was so like realistic for a 1990 movie.
Realistic?
Yeah. Like billionaires who would buy a
Oh,
book
well,
just because it
yeah.
says it will give you immense power or riches through satanic rituals.
Yeah. It's
It's like Illuminati
Yeah.
is for 1990.
I always forget that like Jeffrey Epstein happened.
Them brain cells are
Oh,
fighting for
what is
space.
happening?
You said Johnny Depp, and I was about to say, oh, I've seen that. I'm thinking about Indiana Jones.
What the fuck?
That is.
This is what no
is
calories
never
does to
moving
you.
forward.
This is what.
I'm also thinking about Adam Sandler because I think I've seen every single movie that Adam Sandler is in.
How did you correlate those 2 people with Indiana Jones? Those 2 people
Johnny Depp.
themselves have nothing to do with each
Johnny
other.
Depp, Johnny
Johnny
You
Depp
could have
and
said
Adam
Pirates of the
Sandler.
Caribbean. I would have thought of been like, yeah, at least the brain cell followed the ship. But you know
Because I
what?
realized who I was thinking about because you said that. You were like Johnny Depp movie, and I was like, oh my god, wait, I've actually seen that one.
Oh my God.
No.
I love the
Indiana
longest
Jones.
yard.
Never seen it.
Indiana Jones is what I'm thinking about. And then I was like thinking about to myself, like I totally zoned out, and I was thinking about the like guilty pleasure movies, and Adam Sandler all the way. And then I started thinking about like Adam
I can
Sandler's
only watch
roles.
like 2 of the movies before.
Dude, I love them.
It's so old.
I love them. If I'm
When Jack and Jill came out, I was like, yeah, this man is done.
No,
for.
Jack and Jill is it.
That's an American
Fucking-
classic.
Yeah.
Hell
Is that the
no.
one with Al Pacino in it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
That was,
cappuccino at the end. Yeah, no.
Young
Dunkachino.
Dunkachino.
Fuck out of here. Please get out of my face.
I love like
Same with
what's the
that
one?
movie when he's like
Sandy.
betting the Celtics ring. The Jordan Bass loves this movie.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
And he's
That's a
like the
really
Jewish
good role.
jeweler. No, I hated that movie.
I mean, it's stressful. It's just 2 hours of like Jewish
Yeah.
people screaming,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's so entertaining.
And Kevin
Like,
Garnett's just like a
Yeah.
bully about trying to get his championship ring. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm so good.
He's so funny. I just love him. He's in a new movie.
And Grown Ups, yes.
He's
Those movies are
Grown-Ups, dude.
fantastic.
he's in a new movie
Mr.
on
Deeds.
Netflix.
8 Crazy Nights.
It's called
Yeah.
like you're so not invited to my bat mitzvah, and I think his like real life kids are in it. It is the corniest movie ever, but I sat and I
He's
ate,
got
I
this
ate
weird
it up.
fascination with playing Jewish men.
I mean, he is,
He is
Jewish.
Jewish.
Is he?
Yes. That's literally the
He's
whole
like
shtick.
the most Jewish man you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler.
Yes,
Never
you know
knew
what?
that.
And
Never
that's how
knew
we'll
that.
end this episode right there.
that's it.
Because if you didn't know Adam Sandler was Jewish,
You should like,
just
follow,
don't
and
know.
subscribe.
But
We,
That's
you
gonna
would
be it
get
for-
nothing.
Let us know in the comments down below. The fuck you looking at, pussy?
Looking at your own reflection?
No, I was looking at the
no,
fucking.
Hospitality
the people,
again, Ryan.
The people in the
Nah,
car
bro,
were looking.
that was the way they were looking. I was on go.